Okay, let's dive into this. We're looking at something pretty disturbing out of Florence, Kentucky. Happened just after midnight, Monday, April 28th.
Right, a normally quiet town. But this involved the arrest of a 20-year-old named Parker Kramer.
And he wasn't local, was he? Came from Louisville.
Exactly. That's about, what, 90 miles away? Which
Yeah.
immediately raises flags. Why travel that far?
Yeah, it strongly suggests this wasn't random. The early thinking, it seems, was maybe some kind of prearranged meeting,
Yeah.
possibly, online.
That seems like the most plausible theory at this stage, yeah.
Yeah.
Connects the dots, the distance, and the specific house.
So inside the home, the reports say the father was alerted. Unlocked front door, noises from his daughter's room, middle of the night.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
When he found, it's chilling. He allegedly finds Kramer, unclothed, on the floor near his 13-year-old daughter's bed.
Just awful. An absolutely terrifying discovery for any parent.
Absolutely. So the father confronts him, tells him he's calling the police. Standard reaction, right? Protect your family.
Right. But then things took another turn. Kramer allegedly escapes, while the father went downstairs.
That's the report. Apparently the father went to retrieve a handgun. While he was doing that, Kramer allegedly bolted.
And the father pursued him. There were reports of shots fired.
Yeah, the initial call to police was for shots fired. The father reportedly fired 3 shots from his handgun, but into the ground near the front porch as Kramer was running away.
Okay, into the ground. Importantly, the sources we have don't mention any charges against the father for that.
Correct. Focus seems squarely on Kramer. So police arrive, start searching. But initially, they don't find him.
But they do find his car nearby, unoccupied. That's a big piece right there.
Huge. And even bigger. Inside the girl's bedroom, they find Kramer's sweatpants.
With his car keys still in the pocket.
Exactly. Can't get much more direct than that. Physical evidence placing him right in the room.
So the car registration leads them to his driver's license photo.
Mm-hmm. And the father positively IDs him from that photo. Now they know exactly who they're looking for.
And they launched a pretty coordinated search, it sounds like, Florence PD, even using a drone.
Yeah, the drone involvement is interesting. Technology playing a role. They eventually locate him near Mount Zion Road and I-75. Made the arrest around 2:34 a.m.
So fairly quick once they had the ID.
Relatively, yeah. And the charges are serious. Burglary, second degree, 2 counts of rape, second degree, and sodomy, second degree. These are major felonies.
Burglary for the unlawful entry and the others relating to the alleged sexual assault.
Correct. And then comes the police interview. Kramer allegedly made some significant admissions.
He admitted driving from Louisville specifically to meet the victim?
Allegedly, yes. And also allegedly admitted to sexually abusing her. That's obviously critical information for the case.
Absolutely crucial. But here's a detail that really stood out to me. The victim's perception of him.
Yes. She stated she believed Kramer was only 15 years old.
15. And that he supposedly went to a local high school. He's actually 20.
That 5-year age gap and the local high school claim. It screams deception, doesn't it? Likely online deception. Grooming.
Totally. Building trust based on a completely false identity, it really highlights the vulnerability. This wasn't just a random encounter. It seems like manipulation was involved.
Precisely. A tactic often seen in these terrible online exploitation cases. So right now, Kramer's in Boone County Jail. Bond is set high $250,000 cash.
And a preliminary hearing was scheduled for May 5th.
Right, so the legal process is underway.
Okay, so let's quickly recap. You've got an intruder traveling a long distance, a father intervening, key evidence left behind the pants, the keys the suspect found with tech help, alleged confessions, and this really disturbing age deception element.
It covers a lot of ground, from the initial break-in to the complexities of online interaction.
And connecting this back to you, the listener, when you hear about the distance traveled, and especially how the victim thought he was a 15-year-old local kid.
It really forces you to think about the hidden sides of online life, right? The potential dangers that aren't always obvious.
Yeah. So considering everything we've just discussed, the planning implied by the travel, the deliberate age manipulation, what does this incident make you pause and think about regarding, the unseen risk in our digital connections, especially concerning the safety of younger, more vulnerable people online, something to really mull over?